The South Florida Times is speaking with Deadre McCoy, the daughter of civil rights and environmental pioneer Leola McCoy, and she's carrying on her mother's legacy with her own organization. Tell us about your work.
Lee's Justice. That stands for legal, environmental, educational, social justice. And that is correct. I'm trying to carry on the work of Dr. Leola McCoy, my mother. And she received her Doctor of Law degree from Nova Southeastern University, the first of its kind as a result of her wonderful work in the area of environmental studies. She brought to light a lot of the injustices that occurred not only in the Wingate area, but around the state of Florida.
And how is Lee's Justice being received?
Lee's Justice is right now, we're at the genesis of this organization. This is a nonprofit organization geared towards a grassroots effort to galvanize the community on so many fronts, to look at the educational component, the social component, but overall the environmental injustice that occurs within our community.
And how do you intend to fund your organization?
The intention of funding of this organization will be through grants and also volunteerism.
And have you requested any support from any organizations or elected officials?
At this point, we have not. We do have an upcoming event that will put or even put on the to give us a start of our organization, and that is really addressing the needs of the Wingate, the Lincoln Park residents. There's a concern in regards to making sure that charter schools or any school is placed near a incinerator or toxic land, and this is going to be a proactive meeting in regards to making sure that the community does not stay asleep and allow outsiders to come in and place schools near toxic or hot spots within Broward County.
And why do you think there's a need for an organization such as yours?
There's a need because of the fact that we need to make sure that the big developer, the chemical companies, the cement companies do not continue to disenfranchise people of color. Because even Wingate itself, the incinerator, when it was constructed, it was placed in the Negroid section of Fort Lauderdale. And at that time, there was only a certain area where we could reside. And consistently, the type of companies, the incinerators, the chemical companies, the concrete companies, they place those in the neighborhoods of places of color. And we need to address those issues. If a company is already there, well, this organization is needed to address the possibility of exposure. And there's also an issue that, why is it that Johnny can't read? Well, Johnny can't read is because of the fact that he is inhaling chemicals, he's walking on the ground that contain chemicals, and he's drinking chemicals in our water. And there is even a recent study that stated within 10 miles of a Superfund site, there has been an increase of autism in our children. Where I reside, I'm in less than a mile away from that Superfund site called Wingate, which sits above the Biscayne Aquifer. Again, we cannot stay asleep. We have to continue to be in the forefront under particular issues, and just because it's covered up, it does not mean it's a done deal. There are chemicals within that ground, and we need to stay in constant relationship with the officials, the DEP, the Department of Environmental Protection, and even US EPA to keep this issue in the forefront, be it at Wingate or at Lincoln Park or any other toxic area. Because even though I may not exhibit any illnesses, what about my children or my children's children?
And what do you think your mother would think about your work?
I think she would be very proud. I think she would be such an encouragement about this. And it was in the 80s, mid-80s, when it came upon, when she was running for office, when it became to her attention in regards to the Wingate. So this is not a new issue. It's not something in my regard that, oh, Mom is not here, I'm going to do this. But she taught me to be a soldier. I have been there at the community meetings. I had the opportunity to speak to the attorneys that have approached us in regards to possibility of lawsuits, or even just coming to the table and trying to resolve the issues. And I've been there holding the hands of the people within my community as we talked about the health studies and the surveys. So this is not new to me. She has taught me a lot, and I want to take it to the next level. There's a lot more information that's provided to us now that we did not have before. The science is there. It's the issue of how we're interpreting the science. And I hope with this organization that we can do that, and that's where that educational component also lies.
And what is the status of the organization now? Do you have office space? Do you have a website?
No. Again, like I stated, we're at the genesis of this, and once that's up and aboard, we will be able to provide that information. But I think what I've shared with you is our mission, and I really appreciate this opportunity to share this with others. And it also kind of nudged me even forward to continue the work. Now that it's not just a thought with me, but now others know, and they will be looking to me to finish the work.
And if anyone wanted to volunteer or get involved or donate funds to the organization, is there a number they can call?
Currently, you can call 954-358-5637, and that's my direct line. And it will be a nonprofit 501c3 organization where it will be set up for charitable contributions that are tax exempt.
Okay, thank you, Deadre McCoy. Reporting for the South Florida Times, I'm Elgin Jones.